Welcome back to The Rhode Show. This morning in The Buzz, there's going to be plenty of Halloween parties and celebrations going on this weekend that people will be dressing up for. My 10-year-old is like double booked this weekend with Halloween parties. She's like, yeah, she can't wait. So Google says they now know what this year's most popular costumes will be. They've looked at the most popular searches to predict the trends this year. All right, before I reveal it, what do you guys think? Would be
I can't say. I've already seen it.
Okay. Have you seen it?
For kids or adults?
Yeah, for kids.
Anything.
I would say Thor.
Thor with the hammer.
Yes.
My son is going to be Thor, but that's not the answer.
Okay.
It's Angry Birds.
Oh, it's all right.
The adorable, violent birds exploded on phones this year and will most likely be flying around parties near you. The other top costumes of the year, Black Swan. I actually thought about doing that. That is an awesome one. And the Playboy Bunny came in third place. Also making the list, Nicki Minaj, Smurfette, Monster High, Captain America, and Pan Am. All right, do you guys have any parties to go to this weekend?
I don't. I told you I get agita thinking about Halloween because I never had a good I always felt like it's my life reincarnated last week when my son came home from his first Halloween party. He's like, Dad, I hate my costume.
What was he? What is he?
He's got a great like hazmat dude like outfit where like he went to a hazmat scene and he now looks like a hazmat scene.
Okay.
But I love it. He loved it. But I was the same way. I'd go to a Halloween party and I'd be like, oh, my costume's not as good as Jeff's or Eric's.
What were one of your favorites growing up? Do you remember, like...
Growing up, oh gosh, we actually just put up a bunch of Halloween costume pictures from like old time up at home, and I think I was Barney the Dinosaur one year.
Barney?
Homemade, purple sweatshirt, cutout smile.
I hate Barney.
Purple headband.
Sorry to say.
I loved him. I was that.
I love you.
I was a blind woman.
A blind woman?
Well, I had like a cane, like a beggar.
A beggar, blind beggar.
Like, you know, like from, I had like one of those
like
weird
Snow White,
with a hood and yes. But I had like the big sunglasses on and a cane, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I made it up, and I was like 7.
I don't know. My favorite was the naughty nurse I did one year at adult.
Oh, I'm thinking it was I was like 7. She's like, oh, last year I was.
Right to the gutter we go.
As a kid, I was Holly Hobby. That's really going to date me.
I was
Holly
a butterfly.
Again,
homemade. Were you more homemade or would you purchase the costumes?
The costumes as kids were scary. Do you remember it was like these plastic things that you tied in the back. You would like tie them, and then you'd wear a mask with these 2 little slits. They're scary. And then you try to talk, you're like, trick or treat, and you can't even talk. Because it wasn't a space for your mouth.
I just can't get the naughty nurse image out of my head. When were you the naughty nurse?
MUR. You weren't there, but it was a party at Channel 9 in New Hampshire, and I went.
And that's what, it was a work party and you were a dirty nurse? Oh.
I wasn't like an X-rated dirty nurse. It was like PG-13.
She went from naughty nurse to dirty nurse.
Dumbing it down.
One of my favorite costumes I had to be when I was in college. It was a huge party at my house, big shocker. And I was Where's Waldo?
Oh,
so I dressed up as Waldo, and I would just sneak around and then just hide and just stand in the corner, and there'd be like hundreds of people there, and then you'd have to find me.
Right.
And there's Waldo right there.
That's fun. I do like that.
I was Lady Gaga last year. Again, homemade, short little blonde hair. But I wore like a short little blonde wig. I'm talking shorter than my hair is now. It's pretty short. And some sunglasses, to the point where people didn't know it was me.
That's awesome.
Because I was just playing it.
Listen, we got to give a quick tease too. We're going to be dressing up. Don't forget, Monday Halloween. Wait till you see what we have in store. It's not Naughty Nurse, but it's going to be fun. All right, Courtney, what is one of your favorite costumes?
You said dirty nurse. That
you guys are nuts. I'm going to talk about a costume from when I was a kid. I was 8 and I was a present. My mom used like a box from a microwave we had just bought, and I was in it and my arms were out like this, and it said do not open until Christmas. So I was able to meld Christmas and Halloween, which those who know me is essential. So anyway, it was pretty cute. We're talking about costumes and what people dressing up as this year or in the past on the live blog. Let's start with Jerry, and he said if I'm invited somewhere I just do a quick costume. And Joey said I like to be original when it comes to the Halloween costume. One year I was a werewolf. So here's the poll today, and we are asking all of you, how do you choose your Halloween costume? A, based on what's trendy that year. B, my costumes are usually classics. C, my costume is usually homemade. Or D, I buy a packaged costume from the store. We've got a couple of comments on our Facebook page today, and Kevin said, usually we choose a family theme. Last year we were all Pirates. This year we are going as Red Sox players on game day. Donna said, whatever I can throw together. Always have done homemade costumes. The kids that come trick-or-treating love them. And Nelson said, we look for something unique but popular at the same time. They said, no Justin Bieber, but I bet there'll be tons of that out there. So, of course, if you guys have photos from this weekend, too, you can always email those in. We love to see them, and that's at theroadshow@foxprovidence.com.